Well, I'm your boyfriend. Isn't that why you're here?
Aloha, love pups. I am Althemia, and today we are playing Your Boyfriend, which is something you guys have also been suggesting me like a lot recently. And whew, I did not realize how many barriers I had to go through just to get the game. But we're finally here, so let's go. Enter your name. Do I have to enter my full name or just... We're just gonna go with Althemia. Althemia. Welcome, Althemia. You two have fun. My life has been chaotic. My family broke out into another fit of drama, so I left the nest and ran straight to college. I got an apartment and a job, but even that has become unbearable. Turn that down just a little bit. I think. Working at the local Greasy Spoon diner doesn't pay the best, obviously. So finding a roommate was my only resource to be able to afford an apartment. Now, my roommate is always bringing some dropout into our apartment for late night study sessions. My sleep schedule is wrecked, and to top it off, the rent is late. I've heard once that if you become a roommate with a friend, you won't stay friends for long. In my case, my friendship is strained with my friend, making excuses for why they need me to cover their half of the rent. Thanks to that deadbeat, I'm working harder just to scrape by every month. Picking up a second job will drive me to an early grave at this point. The park gives me a chance to have some much needed alone time. I don't want to turn everything down. I just want to turn the diddly down. And hello. This part of the park in particular is my favorite because it's untouched by obnoxious family members and college jerks. The only people who come here are the groundkeepers. Even then, they only come by in the morning. Closing my eyes, I rub my face and breathe out the tension from my body so that I could enjoy the peace and quiet. Just then, I feel someone sit down beside me. Hello? Startled, I turn to face my interloper. Oh shit, fuck!
Whoa, hey, take it easy. It's just me.
Hi, just you. I'm Allie. The stranger says, trying to keep me from leaping too high off of the park bench. You already had me jumping in the back of my seat. You're a jumpy one, aren't ya? Yeah, only the strangers. Scooting awkwardly towards me, a shy smile creeps over his face. I keep my eyes on him like a hawk, unsure what his intentions are. Not once do his unblinking eyes stray from mine. So, are you waiting for a family member or a friend? It just seems kind of odd for you to be sitting here all alone like this, and so far away from the jogging track. A chill runs down my spine. I cross my arms over my chest and slide myself away from him, perching closer to the edge of the bench. Does the same person walk up to you out of the blue and start asking such questions? I don't know. I don't get much human interaction. The stranger picks up on my unease, refraining from moving any closer towards me. Crossing his fingers in between his legs, he smiles warmly. I mean, you don't look like a groundskeeper or one of the old people feeding pigeons after doing Tai Chi. I'm just getting some alone time to myself. Things have been pretty intense lately. It's like he wants to wrap his arms around me in comfort, fingers twitching.
Look, I know this is sudden. Very sudden. But may I have the pleasure in taking you out to dinner?
Well, that was very sudden. Very sudden. Can I have the pleasure? Never mind, he's weird. I can't tell if it's just him being socially awkward or eccentric. What? Why? Why is he interested in me, of all people?
Well, I'm your boyfriend. Isn't that why you're here?
You're my what now? Huh? Huh? That escalated quickly. My boyfriend? Why would he be assuming we were in a relationship? The stranger sits patiently waiting for my answer. Oh, it's timed! It's timed! Dinner does sound nice! I guess. It's not like I'm doing anything anyways, and it would be a nice break from the monotony. God knows I could stand to forget my problems for a few hours. This guy seems interesting enough to keep my mind off of things. Really? That's great. He beams, holding my hand in his own. I'll see you tonight at 7. Standing up from the bench, he pauses, realizing something. Oh, I almost forgot. We need a place to meet up. Sorry. I know that I sound absent-minded, but I'm just so excited. How about that old diner downtown? It's nice and quiet, so no one would disturb us. The diner downtown? Which one? You know, the one that you work at. Okay. So, first, okay, you know a lot about me, but I don't seem to know anything about you. Oh, okay. Great, see you tonight. And just like that, he hurries off with a skip in his step, as though he had just won the lottery. I watch as he disappears down a path that bends around a shallow hill. The park is quiet again, the serene loneliness setting in once more. Songbirds sing in a nearby tree. I sit there for a while, replaying the strange encounter in my head. I suppose that I should be flattered that he took such a liking to me, however unusual it seemed. It's nothing like I've seen in movies or televisions. But then again, if I were Hollywood attractive, maybe it would be so normal that it would be almost annoying? Maybe. I feel my cheeks flush as I reflect on him saying, "Can I have the pleasure?" A shy smile creeps from the corners of my mouth. He must be as new to this as I am. What a shy, awkward guy. And the bird stops singing as I feel a knot grow in the pit of my stomach. How did he know where I work? So now you think of that. Now you think of that. That's like one of the first things I thought of. I was like, had to get you know that. Name of the diner. 7 p.m. I show up at the diner, feeling rather unusual about meeting someone at the place that I work at for a completely spontaneous dinner date, and with a complete stranger who somehow knew that I worked here. Weird. The diner isn't very busy tonight, which is unsurprising. Even though I work here, the diner isn't my first choice for dinner. Maybe he was another customer that I had never paid attention to. While I work, I let my mind drift, and after a while, I go on autopilot. I don't really pay that much attention to names and faces, even if they are regulars. Maybe he was one of those regulars, building up his courage to ask me out every day, but eventually losing his nerve. It's kind of cute, though. Though I consider if it's wise to encourage him. Taking my seat, I wait, checking the old-fashioned neon light clocks that hangs over the jukebox, noticing he is 5 minutes late. I might as well buy myself a milkshake in the meantime. The waitress on tonight's shift is surprised to see me here on my day off. I imagined that she would tell me job loyalty is one thing, but the food here isn't worth writing home about. After serving the stuff for a few months, I agree with her. At least the milkshakes are good. They are the really old-fashioned kind made with real ice cream and ingredients, unlike the powdered, mixed, and flavored syrups at fast food places. The waitress must have been less busy than I assumed because she brought my shakes to me only a few minutes later. I pulled a spoon from the vintage glass and lick it clean. Yummy. So good. I stir the shake a little before I take a sip. A man rushes through the diner's front doors, like he ran the whole way here with something tucked carefully under his arm. I immediately recognize his sleeveless hoodie and blue shirt. He quickly scans the diner in panic. He probably thought that I already left. I wave him over and relief spreads across his face. Winded, he hurries down the rows of booths and sits across from me. You're late. I know. I'm so sorry. I had to make a quick stop. What's that? As he speaks to me between breaths, I try to place where he might have been before coming here. I'm curious what's in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? The stranger pulls out the long white box that he was carrying, placing it on the table and sliding it over to me. Here, I bought this for you. Thinking about earlier today in the park, it might have been a little creepy to ask you for a date on the spot. I thought I might get you a little something as a way of apologizing. If it was awkward for you, of course. He got something for me? Really? It had better not be a severed ear or fingers or something. Opening the box, I see 2 long stem roses with deep red petals. The thorns were removed, and they're bound by a shimmering black silk ribbon. Pretty. Oh, they're lovely. Thank you. I take the roses in my hand gingerly, as if they were still. I draw the aroma in deeply. They are so wonderfully fresh and fragrant. It's no bouquet or anything, but I thought that they looked nice. I love roses. He smiles as he watches me admire his gift. Oh, look at his little toothy smile. They're very nice. Thank you. I place the flowers back in their box, and the stranger averts his eyes for a bit, so as to not stare at me, nagging questions I have hang over my head like a storm cloud. And while he was in a good mood, I figured that I should inquire a little about this cute but bizarre stranger. Dinner is a greasy spoon diner. With a stranger carrying a box of roses didn't seem ordinary, and I had to make sure that he wasn't going to propose at the cash register. That would be really speeding things up. I stared at milkshake with the straw for a second or two. So, how did you know that I work here? Oh, well, I walk by this place rather often on my walks. I catch glimpses of you through the window from time to time when you're working. I tried coming in, but I get cold feet and just keep walking. Like a loser. Oh, no. He stares down at the table in shame, cueing me to reach over and give his hand a reassuring pat. No, you're not a loser. He perked up fast. He's like a cat. Do you know what? I don't even know your name. My name? The smile on his face fades into a slight grimace before his gaze drifts off to the side. What? What's wrong? What's wrong with me asking for your name? Jeez. I really don't like my name. Honestly, I'd rather be called something else, like a nickname or something. Oof. He must have a really horrible name. Or really horrible parents that he wants to dissociate with. Okay, that makes sense why you want a new name. Okay, how about... Okay, his canon name is Peter, but will it let me name him Peter? Because I figured out... I have a name in mind if it doesn't let me, but... If he doesn't let me name him Peter. Oh. Sorry. Wait, what was that? How did you know my real name? I hate my name. Were you talking to girlfriend? Did she tell you my real name? Who? No, seriously, pick another name. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna let me name him that. So I will name him Makoa, which in Hawaiian means fearless, courageous, and aggressive. And as we all know, these Yandere games tend to be a little bit aggressive. How about Makoa? He seemed pleased with what I came up, despite how silly or tacky it might have been. Yeah, that's much better. Honestly, thank you. I reassure him with another gentle squeeze. The expression of disgust instantly evaporates into delight over his new name. Wow, I didn't realize until now, but he has some really beautiful blue eyes. The vivid color left me taking in their deep blue hue, not noticing that I was staring until he cleared his throat. Are we having a moment, or... Ah! No, I wasn't looking. No. A blush spreads across his cheeks as he squeezes my hand back. Sorry. I pull my hand from his, cursing myself for staring like that. Great, now I'm the awkward weirdo. Heat radiates from my cheeks, and I imagine them glowing bright red like a Christmas light. The thought makes my cheeks warmer, the blush deepening. The bluish. Man, can I read today? He chuckles and shakes his head. Hey, there's nothing to be sorry for. Reassuring me with a soft smile, he looks around for something to break the tension, eyes falling upon my milkshake. Hey, I was supposed to buy you something. Well, you kind of already did. I point to the box of roses. Besides, we could share this, just as long as I get the cherry. Deal? I scoot the milkshake towards him. He looks to the side, reaching over to take it. Man, our first date and you're the one buying. I'm very terrible at this. Oh my stars. He's adorable. Well, how about you buy next time? His eyes go wide in surprise. Next time? You want to meet up again? Well, this wasn't a total disaster, right? So, yeah. I mean, I guess it wasn't. I mean, I don't think so, but I don't want to argue with you. Oh my stars. He's such a sweetheart. It's cute seeing him struggle for a coherent thought while also trying to restrain his happy energy, all just from being around me. Still, as much as I'm enjoying his company, I can't stay long. I look out the window in a bit of an exaggerated way in order to get his attention. It's getting dark, and I don't like walking home late at night. How about we continue this on our next date? Rising up from my seat, I pull out one of the napkins from the dispenser. Do you have a pen? Oh, I think I do. He pulls one from his pocket and hands it to me. I write down my name and number. Here, call me and we can hang out again soon, okay? Taking pen and napkin from my hand, he gazes down at the number in complete awe before looking back up at me. Of course. I'd love to see you again. Bye-bye. I walk to the register and pay for the shake. With a quick look back at him, I wave and leave the diner. Bye-bye, Makoa. With a brisk pace, I make my way back to the apartment before nightfall. The evening air cools my skin, but for some reason, I feel warm the whole walk back. Ooh, nice apartment. I'm finally back in my apartment, quietly walking to my room so that I don't disturb my roommate. Judging by the thumping and moaning sounds coming from the other side of the wall, they seem to be having another study session. Fuck, I wish that they would be more quiet. I have to live here too. I don't bother to turn on the lights in my room and flop face first into the mattress, limbs spread wide. Letting out a long, loud groan that made the couple next door pause for a brief moment, I roll onto my back and stare up at the ceiling. Despite having so many other things on my mind, my thoughts never stray far from Makoa. Looking over to the box that's still in my hand, I open it up one more time. I pull out the bundled roses and, smiling a little, draw in their sweet fragrance again. I hope he calls soon. Aww. That was sweet. That was so sweet. I don't want to end, so we're going to keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. So, Althemia, did you have a nice time with Makoa? Don't answer that. It's time to get up and face another day. Huh? Look at the little plushie! Ow. I roll over in my bed for a moment. Every inch in my body is begging me to wake up, but I don't want to. It's like I didn't get any form of rest at all. I fight the will to wake up for a moment, rubbing my eyes before sitting up in my bed. Ugh, I'm a mess. Oh, I need the plushies. What's this one? I won this plushie at a carnival. Still smells like cherries. Oh, this one. Huh, I've seen this plushie before. It blew up at one point, and people swore up and down that it somehow exuded this overwhelming feeling of disdain despite its smile. Now that I see it up close, I get what they mean. It had a matching axolotl plush that they released after it, but it sold out in hours. My trusty old game daddy. I love playing some Grave Harvest while I'm trying to unwind. Can I actually? Can I? Oh, my stars. Oops. Whoopsie doodles. Ah! Okay, we'll put that up before I get stuck in the game forever. I love collecting books, but I never have the time to read them. Aw, I know that feel. Dirty clothes I've yet to wash. I've been too busy or exhausted to get these done. Is my window open? That's weird. Huh, I thought I had the window closed last night. Oh, so it is open. There's a haversack. I don't wear most of my clothes anymore. At this point, it's all just piling up and making it difficult to see inside. "9:12 a.m. Oh god, I'm late for work. Finally dressed, I rush out of my bedroom, making my way into the kitchen section where I normally put my work keys.
Looks like someone's in a hurry.
You must be my roommate. Holy shit, Lucy. Jeez. Startled from the sudden voice, I turn around and look over towards my roommate, who looks just as surprised as I am. Whoa, chill, my dude. What's got you all jumpy this early in the morning? For a moment, I'm surprised she's not even irritated that I called her by name. She'd only allow it with people she trusts. I then shake my head, focusing back on my predicament. I'm late for work, so I gotta bolt out before I lose my job. I frantically try to explain as I grab my keys from the kitchen counter and start to hurry my way towards the front door. So, no coffee then? She makes her way to the coffee machine to turn it off. As much as I have many issues with my roommate's lifestyle, lack of a job, and always leaving me with the rent, at least she keeps the place clean and makes coffee for me every morning. I guess it's these little gestures that hold me back from looking for a new place and a new roommate. No, not today. Thanks, though. I answer before taking my leave, not entirely closing the door behind me as I bolt my way down the stairs and out the apartment building. Zoom! A great way to start a new day. Ugh. At least I'll be seeing Makoa today, so that's something on the upside. It's a Sunday. There's usually hardly any customers on Sunday mornings, but even then, it doesn't excuse my lateness. Rushing through the front doors of the diner, I dash into the kitchen and grab my apron off the coat hanger along the far end of the wall. The apron seems to be the only place where grease stains don't get all over me. Fumbling to tie the apron on, I rush over towards the time clock and snatch my time card to punch in. Wait. According to this, I already clocked in. Who could have... My attention snaps towards the sound of approaching footsteps. Whoever it is, they're not trying to be discreet as they carry a clanking stack of dirty dishes back from a table.
There you are. Where have you been?
TK.
I've been covering your shift for the past 45 minutes without the boss even knowing you're not here.
Sorry. TK rushes right by me as they gently place the dishes into the sink of soapy hot water, wiping their hands. TK sighs loud enough to make sure that I hear it. Sorry. They're like this all the time, though. Always acting like they're the big sibling to everyone and keeping things in one piece. I huff as I try to think of an excuse that doesn't sound as pathetic as, my alarm didn't go off, but the truth is all I have, so I try to downplay the issue. I don't get why you're making a fuss. We're pretty much dead on Sunday morning. You clearly weren't paying attention when you came barging in. And TK wipes their hands on their apron before gesturing for me to look out through the service window. What the? Are you kidding me? Why are there so many old farts here? I try not to raise my voice to the point that the fiber-chomping boomers outside did not hear me. A tour bus came along. That's what happened. Now stop asking questions and start waiting tables. TK hands me a spare notepad and pencil and nudges me out of the kitchen. Great. Here I am, hoping to have an easygoing day. So much for that. The breakfast crowd is rough, to say the least. The less I talk about the customers, the better. But today really pushed my patience. A couple of customers ever threatened to refuse to pay for their breakfast because it was slow, and that they didn't get their coffee cups filled 5 or 6 times. I had to smoothen things out with a smile so sugary sweet that it would have given them a cavity. Luckily, I have a bit of charisma and have been able to smooge all but the toughest of customers. Sometimes it's just easier to give them an IOU, saying that their next meal is on the house. If they really are that pissed, they leave quickly and never come back, and we don't lose money. It's a win-win. It's just strange that some of the worst customers are the oldest. I guess you don't have much use for common decency and human kindness with one foot in the grave. Well, damn. Such a hassle. I'm sorry, I thought that was Miku in the corner for a quick second. Eventually, the crowd starts dying down, most leaving to do some sightseeing, others staying to order more coffee or lunch. At least, these are the kind of customers that mind their own business and are much more focused on eating or talking. Staggering into the kitchen, I let out a long sigh and rest against the wall, finally able to take a moment to relax. Ahem. Yes, TK. I know you want to get off your feet, but you missed the table. TK sneaks over to my side, giving me a gentle nudge before pointing back out to the dining area. I roll my exhausted eyes and look over towards them. Can't you do it? I don't feel like having someone throw their oatmeal on me again. I would, but you owe me for covering your shift for an hour. Damn it. They had a point. With a groan, I lean myself off the wall, try to straighten my posture, and stumble back out. Scanning the booths, I check all the tables I had already gotten, matching their faces and orders table by table. I don't think I missed any. A voice chimes in from the booth to my right. Hey there, stranger. Makoa! I want to kiss his cheek. Kiss. Hey, cutie. He seems to be caught a little off guard, though instantly beams as he rubs his cheek. Already kissing after the first date. Have you no shame? I just figured I'd fluster you a little bit. He teases. Hey now, I'm not the one who asked you out on a date out of the blue. It's you who should be ashamed. True, true. Yet here you are trying to seduce me into giving you a hearty tip. He spoke, musing his eyes along my body. Ha, dang, you caught me. I guess I'll have to try to harder next time. As soon as I say this, I feel him snake his hand along my waist, pulling me closer to him as a very carnivorous smirk curls on his lips. Harder than a kiss on the cheek, my interest is piqued. I never knew he was a wild one, considering how tame he seems like yesterday. Somehow seeing this other, more forward side to him was alluring. Eventually, I pull away from his subtle hold, reaching around to undo my apron. Anyways, we still on for lunch? I ask, watching the hungry look in his eyes fade and going back to being the casual man I met yesterday. Of course. Anywhere you'd like, darling. Alright, let me tell my coworker now I'm going on my break. Can't just ditch them, you know? No, of course not. You go on ahead. I'll be here when you get back. He winks at me flirtatiously before I leave. God, why is it turning me on? This man's gonna be the end of me. I walk back into the kitchen area, hanging up my apron just as TK approaches me.
Oh, and who was that?
Apparently my boyfriend. They take a glance out into the dining area before returning their attention to me. Him? He's my boyfriend. It's crazy because we just barely met yesterday and he asked me on a date right out of the blue. They don't seem to respond well to this as they give a little frown. That's rather quick. So, he's just here to see you, right? Actually, he's here to take me out on a little break date. We might stop by my place and get lunch before coming back.
Oh, so it's serious then?
They try to look as though they aren't bothered by this. Maybe? I don't know. I'd love to see where this goes. Honestly, with how crazy everything in my life has been, this guy is a nice change. TK seems troubled, attempting to keep a forced smile on their face. Aw, TK. TK. I guess it's just that I was kind of hoping that maybe I could treat you to lunch sometime. Bless their heart. I know they kind of got a thing for me. Though things have been so crazy, I don't think dating a coworker would help out. I don't want to be nice. I want to be nice. How about tomorrow? Well, how about tomorrow? I mean, I do owe you for covering my part of the shift today. They seem to perk at this offer, doing their best to act casual. Jeez. Yes, you do. We both work tomorrow, though, so how about coffee on our way to work? Nothing like a nice perk before dealing with Monday's crowd. You got it. Coffee and maybe a muffin if I feel like spoiling you. I wouldn't fight you on it. Well, I better not keep you two. Be safe, alright? I don't want to take on the rest of today on my own. No worries. I'll be back in about an hour. Bye-bye, TK. Makoa stands there with a bit of a blank expression on his face, almost though he's lost in thought. He doesn't seem to recognize me as I approach. Hey, are you alright? He snaps out of it after I reach over and nudge his arm. Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Just a little burned out is all. I've had a very late night. Late night? Do you work as a security guard or something? He shakes his head and chuckles to himself. I wouldn't say that exactly. My night hobby isn't something I can pay the bills with. Now I'm curious. I mainly test and review products. Oh, you're a product tester. Test products? Are you a beta tester of some kind? Something like that. I just mainly film myself testing products like appliances, little inventions that claim to work, food, life hacks, that sort of thing. Sometimes I'll have a small company pay me to test their items to help them gain exposure. It doesn't pay for a good review from me though. Huh? That sounds like a fun job. A lot better than working here. It has its perks. So, ready to head out? Yeah, I can't be gone for long though. TK needs me back in an hour. I'm sure TK will be fine if you're running a minute or two late. Besides, it's gonna be slow here for the rest of the day anyway. I guess so. Here we are. Don't think I'm the kind of person who will just let anyone in during a second date. Of course not. You're clearly a person with class. Though it doesn't explain why you're dating me. I roll my eyes as I reach over to unlock the door. Hey, you're the one who asked me out. You're just lucky that you were too cute to turn down. Oh. Snap. Oh, that gaze. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh. Oh no. I feel his warm hand rest against my lower back and my body trembles. His gentle touch slowly trails upward, his tender caresses making my body burn. I can't. Oh, this is just day 2.
I can't help it. You're far too irresistible.
I'm gonna die. My face is going to be on fire.
Hey!
NANI?!
None of that in the hall.
Shit, that scared me. Sorry, Mr. Landlord. His face, he's like, oh, who's watching? Startled, I spin away from my apartment door. I can feel that my the way he's staring at him, he's just like, the fuck you doing? How long were you watching? Startled, I spin away from my apartment door. I can feel that my cheeks are still flush from Makoa's touch, and I tried to compose myself. Jeez, you scared the crap out of me. Althemia, I didn't expect you back so soon. Shouldn't you be at work? Yes, Dad. My landlord looks as cranky as ever. I am. I'm just taking a small lunch break. It's only for an hour. Now they both glare at each other. The landlord seems unfazed by my excuse and quickly turns his attention towards Makoa. And you are? Makoa, I'm Althemia's boyfriend. The glares, man. You cut the tension. You can literally cut the tension in between them with a knife. Jeez. Makoa says, unwavering and clearly irritated by being interrupted. Yeah, boyfriend. Sure. Dad! Makoa continues to glare at him, but the landlord, completely disinterested by the lanky stranger, turns his attention back to me. Anyway, I suppose you can guess why I'm here. I grunt as I turn to unlock the front door. Yeah, I know. I'll talk to her when I see her later tonight, okay? If you see her tonight. You can't keep covering for Lucy like this, Althemia. Look, I appreciate that you're killing yourself to keep a roof over her head, but this is getting out of hand. I know that I'm running out of excuses to defend my roommate, but my mind keeps searching for them. I stopped messing with the door lock when I realized I've just been playing with my keys to keep from facing the landlord. I feel like a child being scolded. But I'm an adult, so I had better act like one. I hang my arms to my side, trying to hold back a sigh. I turn my attention back towards my landlord. I know you know, but I have to put my foot down, Althemia. She's violated her contract one too many times. But think about yourself. She dumps her half of the rent on you, leaving you to work triple shifts at a dead-end greasy spoon diner. Listen, I admire a hardworking person. I do. And I get that you're trying to be charitable and you don't want to be bad, but you can't kill yourself like this. She needs to go. I can't just kick her out. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to just kick her out. No, I'll take up a second job and work triple shifts there if I have to. Don't do that, Althemia. Frustrated by my tenacity, he groans loudly and rubs his throbbing forehead. Alright, how about this? You can work part-time for me and help out around this place. That way, no one needs to drag your body out of a gutter at 1 in the morning. He flashes a quick, resentful glance at Makoa. Wait, really? You're offering me a job? Working for you? If you're willing to learn to do more than just screw in a light bulb. Wait, you can at least do that, can't you? Oh, come on. I'm not that useless. I can screw in a light bulb. With the kids today, you just can't tell. No, I mean, I can learn. Thank you. Seriously? You even can't remember my name? Oh boy. How often do I ever talk to you to remember? He seems to crack half a smile at my little retort. Heh, fair enough. It's Dawn Williams, kid. But Dawn will do. Anyway, stop by my office the next time you have a spare moment, and we'll talk. Of course. Dawn. Nodding once, the landlord turns around and walks away. That couldn't have been any more awkward. Well, here we are. I extend my arms out as if showcasing the layout of this place. Walking in, he scans the apartment, looking rather pleased. Not bad. Definitely a bit bigger than my apartment. Glad you like it. I'm beaming with a huge smile, and I hold my hand out to him. Anyway, shall we? Absolutely. Oh, his little blush. He takes my hand firmly as we walk into the kitchen. I have him sit down at the table while I let go the fridge to get him a drink. As I'm searching through the fridge for some soda cans, I turn around and notice Makoa's expression falter. Makoa, what's wrong? Huh? He stutters, snapping out of his melancholy trance. Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine. I pull a soda can from the fridge, fill a glass with ice, and watch as he tries to put on a happier face. Are you sure? Really, I'm sure. It's just... He sighs as he takes his soda can and pours it into his chilled glass. I guess I just can't help but feel bad that you have to put up with a roommate who's taking you for granted. Oh, that. Well, hey, look on the bright side. At least I'll be working a second job that'll cover us both, and I won't have to work as many shifts at the diner now. Isn't that great? Makoa tries to form a smile, his sadness still lingering in his eyes. Of course it is. He sips the drink and then sets it down gently to take my hand in his. Althemia, I think you're a wonderful person, and you deserve the best from all the hard work you've put in. He brings my hand forward to his lips, kissing it gingerly. And if I were your roommate, I promise I'd put so much effort into my work to help you pay the rent and whatever else you'd like. Aww. I know if it's the way he says those words. I don't know if it's the way he says those words or maybe the look in his eyes, but I can't help but feel touched. It's both. Both. Aww, Makoa. With a smile, Makoa immediately stands up, stepping closer to me with his body pressed against mine. Jeebus fucking A! Are y'all all gonna scare the fuck out? He just stares at everyone that enters the room like that. Like, who? Like, hello? Just has that shocked look of, hello? Fucking landlord? Oh, God. Makoa turns his head, letting out an irritated groan as he glares over at my roommate as she bursts through the front door. Lucy, hey, you're home. Oh, not for long. I was gonna hit the bottle, but it seems like you two need some alone time. We were just getting lunch real quick. Yeah, just a quick lunch break before going back to work.
Nothing like eating out for lunch.
No, Lucy, it's not like that. Lucy, no. Lucy, no. Lucy, oh my God. She makes her way into the front room and grabs up a small bag of pot she keeps tucked away under the mattress. She stuffs it down between her breasts before checking her pockets for a lighter. Well, you two take your time. Don wants me to meet up with him about some bullshit or other. I'll be back later tonight, though. Hey, maybe you and I can have a little late night for once. You know, if you're not too tired after this. Not tonight, sorry. I'll be dead tired. Probably go to bed early. My roommate huffs out a sigh as she walks over to us. Lucky you. I wish I got exhausted from a rough lunch date. She gives my cheek a little pinch. Well, I'll be up if you change your mind. I'm rather confused by this gesture. Never before has she expressed such a physical manner of any kind, not even shaking my hand when we first met. Walking by Makoa, she leans up against him as she turns the conversation over towards him. Go easy with this one. Althemia needs some good... No. No. Lucy, no. But not a bruised body afterward, okay? Hey! I got some lube under my bed if Althemia is a little too... I can't. Oh, no, I got some lube under my bed if Althemia is a little too tight for you. Just go! Can't hate me for looking out for you two. Closing the front door, I hear Lucy lock it as well. Clearly, she doesn't want anyone walking in on us, as she did. After a moment of silence, I step away from Makoa a little, looking down to the floor while feeling both embarrassed and very, very flustered. I'm gonna see what leftovers we got stored away in the fridge. I say in a hushed tone, biting my lower lip as my eyes drift back up to him. That devious glint was still in his eyes, but casually he nods in agreement. Yeah, can't send you back to work on an empty stomach. Why can't the rest of the day be like this morning? The moment I get back from lunch, this place is as dead as my dream job. TK walks up dressed in their casual clothes and hands tucked away in their pockets. They yawn as they see me approach. You already clocked out? Yeah. I'm ready to just go home and die. Oh, don't do that. I still need your help tomorrow. They chuckle, holding open a door for me as we both take our leave. TK starts heading to their car, rummaging with their keys for a moment before pausing, turning their attention over towards me. Hey, can I talk to you about something? Sure, what's up? They hesitate a bit, looking off to the side as they muster their courage to speak. About that guy, Makoa. I know I have no place to say anything, but I got a creepy vibe about him. Creepy? How do you mean? It's just that it seems like he had his eye on us the whole time we were talking. I don't know. You're just paranoid. They shift uncomfortably where they stand, still fiddling with their keys. Anyway, I'll catch you tomorrow. Be careful walking home. Yeah, you too. With that, TK gets into their car, fighting with the engine for a second or two, before starting it up and driving off. I understand their concern, and maybe they're right. Makoa and I went on a 5-minute date, and he was ready to... in the kitchen. Maybe we're moving too fast. Okay. Jeebus. Lucy hasn't come back yet? Odd. She's normally home at a reasonable time. Well, normal by her standards. Anyway, guess I shouldn't be surprised that she isn't back yet. Closing and locking the door behind me, I don't bother turning on the lights as I shuffle my way to my room in the dark. Opening the door to my room, I reach over to flip on the light switch. My window's open again. Hello? Did I break the game? Or did I break, is it? Oh, I can click on things. Is someone in my closet? The door is stuck. My window's open again. Who keeps opening this? Did my light just turn itself off? Aw, damn it. Did Lucy forget to even pay our utility bill? Setting my things down on my bed, I feel my way out of the room, looking around the inky void before me. I think we have some candles placed somewhere. What? Or who did I just bump into? I don't know, but my heart done just left my chest. Lucy, is that you? Whoever it is, they stay quiet. Dawn, are you in here? I whisper again. My heart races faster as the silence only grows. Someone wraps their arms around me, and I feel something like a wet cloth covering my mouth and nose. I try to break free, but they don't loosen their grip. Oh God, I'm starting to feel drowsy and weak. Who is doing this? Why? A chill runs up my spine as I feel something that feels like a kiss against my cheek. Then I hear a familiar, seductive voice whisper in my ear. I'll see you tomorrow, darling. What is he? What just happened? Yeah, we're gonna continue. Oh shit, fuck, that scared me. Ah! What? I'm back in my room. Ugh, my head is pounding. What happened last night? Oh god, that's right. I wasn't alone. You couldn't have remembered that in a non-jump scare way. The one who attacked me, his voice... Oh, Jesus. The one who attacked me, his voice was just like... It must have been a nightmare. It must have been a dream. A nightmare, more like it. Why would he put us back in our bed if it wasn't a dream? Why wouldn't he just take us with him? I guess I've been too stressed lately. Thank God it didn't happen, though. Who could that be? Oh, it's probably Makoa. I better get that. I hope it's Makoa. It's been so long since I've looked forward to seeing someone. Well, like the FBI banging at my door like that. Coming. Quickly making my way towards the door, I take in a deep breath and look through the people. Oh. Dawn! Sorry about that. I thought you were someone else. Paranoid enough not to answer the door, huh? Sorry. Don doesn't seem to acknowledge the apology as he crosses his arms and continues. You'll need to be more vigilant on answering the door from now on. A lot of folks will be running to you to take care of things around here. He's right. Great first impression I'm making so far. The man heavily sighs as he reaches into his back pocket and hands me a small to-do list. Here are a few minor things to spruce up around here. Simple stuff that hopefully you can handle. I can handle it! I take a look at the piece of paper that Don places in my hand. I didn't realize he had such nice handwriting. The list seems basic enough. Take out the garbage, sweep hallways, check up on Miss Greta, change light bulb in downstairs public restroom, restock cleaning supplies, should be delivered today. Remind me, Dawn, to check the upper unfinished floor for rats. Yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. I reassure him. Dawn seems to wear a face of relief, but tries to hide it. Good. This will make things a lot easier for me. By the way, have you talked to Lucy yet? No, I only caught a glimpse of her yesterday while I was on my break. She wasn't home when I got back from work either. I'll have to see if I can get a hold of her. Be sure to get those done sometime today. Once Dawn is gone, I look down at myself. I guess I'd better hurry and get ready for work. I don't want to be late 2 days in a row. Besides, TK and I are going to be having a little breakfast together, so it's not all bad. And here we are, looking down the barrel of lower than minimum wage, possibly expired food, and obnoxious customers. At least I won't be here for long today. I'd better hurry and clock in. Hey, Althemia, I texted you earlier. You did? Pulling out my phone from my back pocket, I turn it on to check my messages. Weird, I'm not seeing anything from you. Well, I did, anyway. I was trying to tell you that there's no work today. We had a break-in last night. A break-in? Who?
Not sure yet. The kitchen is a wreck, though. The back door is completely busted in, all the cooking equipment is banged up, and the boss's office is completely ruined.
Somebody did not enjoy their case of food poisoning. Jesus, was anything stolen? I don't know. Just then, a distressed holler is heard in the kitchen area. I can't make out what is being said, but suddenly an officer quickly makes his way out of the kitchen, radioing for an ambulance. He looks completely distraught. As soon as he makes the call, he turns his attention to us and asks us to wait outside. Why? What's going on? The officer doesn't say anything at first, still looking as though he's trying to process what he saw. Please, we found a body locked in a freezer. He finally manages to explain. I need you two to wait outside, okay? TK's shoulders drop upon hearing this. A what? Wait outside, please, is all he mutters. He doesn't seem to have the energy to repeat himself. A body? There is still silence between TK and me. Even with the cars driving by, people walking around us, and the wailing of sirens in the distance. Everything seems to go quiet. Christ, now I feel bad for wanting a little more excitement in my life. You and me both. You don't think we're going to be suspects, do you? Best to wait out here until they call us back in. We don't even have security cameras in the place, so it could be anyone. Yeah.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Well, hello there, stranger. Now it's TK's turn with the resting bitch face. Oh God, you had me worried sick. Are you alright? What did they say? If they blamed this on you, I swear to God, Whoa. Calm down. No, I'm fine. It's okay. It's all just hard to grasp right now. But and now they're both glaring. Makoa's expression of great concern slowly fades to annoyance as he glares over at TK. Why didn't you just wait outside like I told you? I didn't want them dealing with this. Well, excuse me, Your Highness. I had to be brought in for questioning and get my alibi straight. Besides, Althemia wasn't answering their phone. Makoa, you were here earlier? Yeah, I wanted to get you breakfast before you went to work, he says between gritted teeth. But it looks like someone completely forgot to tell you about that. There's been a break-in and a bloody body in the freezer. There's a lot more going on right now besides your damn breakfast date. Okay. I just need to break the tension between you two now. Both of you, knock it off. And they do. TK and Makoa are both startled at my outburst. I'm sorry. Same. Things are just crazy right now, you know? I get that, but you two trying to one-up each other isn't making me feel better. There's a brief moment of silence between the three of us. TK is looking back over towards the diner, while Makoa returns his gaze to me. Do you still want me to get you something? I can just grab you a coffee and muffin while you're waiting. Reaching into my pocket, I pull off some cash and hand it to Makoa. Here, should be enough for the three of us. Makoa is hesitant in taking the cash at first, but doesn't argue as he finally reaches over and takes it. You're so kind, he says with a dreamy look in his eyes. I'll be right back, dear. I still don't like that guy. He's giving me a bad vibe. I don't respond. There's too much going on to deal with either of their jealousy right now. I just hope it's not someone we know. I doubt it. I only know 2 other people besides you and Makoa, and they're both back home. Oh, God. What? What is it? Lucy didn't come home last night. Wait, you don't think... I don't answer as I speed past TK and charge into the diner, pushing aside the still rattled officer as I make my way into the kitchen area. Oh God, please no. No. No, 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 no. I feel someone pulling me away from the scene, verbally demanding I keep my distance. It doesn't look like Lucy. No, that's my But we just saw him this morning! That's my landlord. That's Dawn. I'm dragged back into the diner, TK coming to my side, attempting to calm me down. My outburst causes a scene. There are more questions than intended after identifying the body. I do my best to give as much information as I can. I don't know anyone who might have done this to him. I mean, Don was always getting on everyone's bad side, but he was such a strong man who wouldn't go down easily. Not Don. Thanks for walking me home, TK. It's no problem. We're off for a while, so I'll be checking up on you tomorrow morning if that's all right. I'd love that, actually. Thanks. TK steps closer and hugs me, their embrace tight as they nuzzle against my cheek. If you need anything, I'll be a phone call away, all right? I can't help but hug them back. TK's always been so sweet and supportive, despite how many times I've ignored their feelings for me. I need to make it up to them somehow. TK finally pulls away and pats my shoulder. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Try and get some sleep. And with that, they take their leave, hands shoved in their pockets and head hanging low. As I walk in, I don't see the two other people in the room at first, not until I feel someone walk up and wrap their arms around me. I'm a little startled, but too drained to react properly. Pulling away just a little, I lift my head to be face to face with the one who came to comfort me without hesitation.
Hey, sweetie. I heard what happened.
Lucy. Just then, Makoa walks up, nudging Lucy and me apart. Give Althemia some room to breathe. They just had a traumatic day. Yeah, someone murdered Dawn. I'm glad it wasn't Lucy, but not Dawn. Lucy shoots Makoa an irritated look for a moment before taking a step back. Yeah, you're right. It's just... Jesus, so out of the blue. Who on earth would ever do such a thing to Mr. Williams? Sure, he was obnoxious about rent and shit, and the shit I smoke in here, but he sure as hell didn't deserve that. No, he didn't. And at your job, too. What the fuck is that about? All of this is far too suspicious. Makoa takes me by the hand and leads me over towards the sofa, sitting me down before kissing the top of my head.
You relax, darling. I'll get you something to drink.
Okay. Lucy sits down next to me, placing her hand on mine. I can feel her worried gaze on me, but she doesn't say a word. What could she say? Nothing. None of us got along with Don, not until yesterday when he reached out to help me with my finances. I barely knew what his name was. What? Mr. Williams. I only just found out his name was Don. Let's not dwell on that. Makoa speaks as he approaches with a glass of water, handing it to me before sitting himself down on the other side of the sofa. But I just saw him this morning. He seemed just fine. What was he even doing there in that short amount of time? Lazy writing? Yeah. Anyway, he's right though. You really shouldn't work yourself up on this. You're acting like Mr. Williams is the dad you never liked but started realizing he's not that bad. That was Dad. Wait, rewind 2 seconds ago. Did he just break the fourth wall with the lazy writing thing? Okay, anyways. Well, at least Dawn was willing to reach out and help Althemia instead of bumming them off. The fuck is
Is that supposed to mean?
Must I be blunt, deadweight? Little miss, I've spent all my money on crack. Pay my rent for me again? Hey, eat my ass, you little twig. No thanks. I don't eat out sluts who might be carrying something. Oh! Damn, okay. You two, not now. I speak between clenched teeth. Don just got murdered at my job. I do not need you two at each other's throats right now. Lucy gives a little nod in understanding, giving my shoulder a gentle rub. You're right.
Tensions are rather high right now.
Makoa goes silent, resting his hand on my thigh and eyes to the ground as though deep in thought. Anyways, I gotta head out. I'll be back later tonight. I trust your man will be keeping you company, right? She asked, looking over to Makoa. All night, he reassures, wrapping his arm around me and pulling me close.
All right. Chin up, sweetie. It's always darkest before the dawn, like my mom always said. Before she started eating glass.
Huh? Shake glass? Jesus, what kind of parents raised you? The kind I ran away from, obviously. Okay. She says with a slight chuckle before making her way out the door. Love ya. Makoa comes over and sits down next to me, wrapping one arm around my shoulder and tugging me close against him. This place is making you depressed, darling. Why not stay with me for tonight? I hope to get your mind off things. I suppose so. I never actually saw your place. Darling, trust me, the moment you see it, you won't want to leave. And if you try, I'll just have to tie you down and make you stay. Are you joking? You want to find out? Sure. I say with a hesitant tone. I have a gut feeling that this is a bad idea, but after everything that's happened today, I need a distraction. A smirk curls on Makoa's face as he stands up from the sofa, extending his hand to me and helping me up off the sofa. So bold. I like it. Kind of scared now. I swear, I feel my heart getting caught in my throat as I realize what I'm getting into. The man takes my hand and leads me out of my apartment. That's a murder van. That's the van they used to store all their murder shit. Oh, I didn't read it. Whoops. There's no back button. Oh, whoopsies. Oh well. Makoa opens the van door for me, helping me inside before closing it shut. Inside isn't too bad. He keeps it decently clean with a cliche collection of scented pine trees on the rearview mirror and an ashtray filled with various change. Sounds like my mom's truck. Also sounded like my mom's truck. Buckle up. It's gonna be a long ride. How far? About 3 hours? 3 hours? 3 hours? I live rather far away from here, just as I like it. But oh, so far away from you. That's okay. The gas money is worth seeing you every day. Wait a minute. You drive 3 hours over here every day just to go to a flower shop? Makoa lets out an unnerving chuckle. Oh, Althemia, I love you, but you're not very bright. Huh? Think about it. The moment we met at the park, those times I saw you at the diner, how you would always leave your window closed no matter how many times I've opened it at night, your perfectly sized closet. You were stalking me? You blame me? You're the one who is always on my mind. The one who makes my heart beat out of my chest each time I see you, smell you. You want the truth? The truth is I'm mad. Mad to a point where I'd caress your skin while you sleep soundly each night, wanting, needing to feel you from the inside. He did what to me in my sleep? God, isn't enough anymore. What? Don't you get it? I'm opening my heart to you. I'm being forward. I'm being honest. Trust matters in a relationship, and I'm tired of keeping things from you. I love you. I loved you the moment I saw you at the diner. I wanted nothing more than storm in, letting them know that you belong to me and I to you. Though that wasn't a proper way to approach you. So I had to follow you instead. Study your pattern, memorize your schedule, practice what to say when you were finally alone and not working. The park was perfect to finally approach you. Makoa glances towards me with a dark glint in his eyes. Once we get to my place, I'd like to show you how much I've been dying to have you to myself. Okay. I ain't trying to jump out of a van. We just played a game where I crashed a car recently and I done killed myself. Okay. That is all I can whisper, feeling myself sink more into my seat as he continues to drive. I don't know what I'm more disgusted with. The confessions of his stalker-like behavior and what he's done to me in my sleep, or the realization that I find these actions of his arousing. Makoa seems to take my response well as he brings one hand over, placing it firmly against my thigh as he caresses it with such an eager motion. I knew you would understand, my love. My body shivers upon feeling his hand up my leg, followed by those words with such a seductive tone. Dear God, I'm trapped in a van with my stalker. What am I getting myself into? What's this? Makoa doesn't respond, simply reaching over to close the glove box back up. An unimportant item related to an unimportant event involving an unimportant bastard. I wouldn't dwell on it. You didn't. No. No, you didn't. No. 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 Unimportant? What do you mean? Wait. Was it you? Makoa doesn't respond, his eyes more focused on the road. Did you kill Dawn? He looks at me, smiling slightly, as if proud but trying to hide it. We're having this heart-to-heart, so might as well be forward. In short, yes. I murdered him. He had to go. He would only get in the way. We can't have that. His expression turns cold as he mutters the last sentence. You get that? Yes. I don't like that. Yep. Yes, I do. Wow, he was really serious about this. More so than I imagined. I'll kill for you is such a cliche, but he meant it. He really cared for me that deeply. I feel a spark ignited by his possessive passion. I wasn't bothered at all. It transformed chilling words into something that warmed my body. I'm flattered that he put himself at risk to murder someone for me. Yes, definitely. Oh, I'd think like most people, you'd be a little freaked out by a murder confession. I'm not like most people. That, and I'm scared if I said the truth, you'll actually drug me and I won't be able to find out any more information. He seems reassured by my answer, becoming less tense. I knew you would understand. Just another way that we are meant for one another. He reaches over again to pat my thigh, his eyes focused on the road ahead. I place my hand over his, appreciating the warmth. Looking out of my passenger window at the road, I observe city streets turn to suburban enclaves, which slowly give way to forest and farmland. I could feel myself getting tired with each passing mile. Makoa holds my hand in his, squeezing it gently. We'll be home soon. I close my eyes and drift off to sleep. Oh my stars! Okay. That went from 0 to 100 real quick. But if you guys are wondering why I didn't continue, it's because I am not allowed to stream past day 4. Once the creator has given us content creators the go-ahead to stream or record day 4, I will record it and post it for you guys. But for now, that's going to end this episode of Your Boyfriend. I'm going to record another video of this where we choose different options to see how things would have turned out differently. But for now, my brain needs some relaxation and R&R. Anyways, I honestly really love this game. It took a much darker twist than I expected it to. And it started off kind of weird, then kind of cute, then confusing, then weird again, and then dark, and then darker, and then stalker doing things to me in my sleep. Huh? But it's funny because I feel myself being pulled to this game. So, like, I physically do not want to stop, but I can't record anymore. And if I could record more option choices, we're going to be like, this video is going to be a lot longer than I want it to be. So, I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Oh yeah, if you liked what you seen, click that like and subscribe button. Love you, love pups. Good night.